at exit 4, the old exit 4. Yes, we're back on the highway again. It's been a hazy, rainy weekend. Downpours like crazy yesterday, Saturday. That's 102 above us in Londonderry. Off to the right is the Cracker Barrel where we ate yesterday. And we're coming up to the bridge. I had my BMX on. This is 4A, I believe they're calling it. Hey, there's a car above it. Pillsbury, Londonderry. No, that's not it. I'm sorry. This is it. I forgot about that bridge. This is the new bridge. It's not opened yet still. This is the one that I had the BMX on. It does not go all the way across. Okay, on this ride we're going to 293 in Manchester, and we got a putt-putter in the left lane, and we're gonna go off to the left this time instead of going straight on Route 93. Alright, the exit on the right off of 293 goes to the Manchester Mall, is over that way, and it's always busy up there. That's Route 28 above us, and there's just a dozen or so car dealers along here. Mercedes, Ford, just about any other Team Nissan, Toyotas, Walmart. It's a bit hazy because of all the Canadian wildfires. So down here you can actually taste it, smell it, and see it. Mini Coupe, British Racing Green. Up here on the right is to Route 3. And if you go straight up to the first stoplight, that would be Route 101 that crosses over this 293. I just want to let everybody know that Nissan in front of us, it's Bob. Okay, now we're on Route 114. This 293 kind of goes straight and turns into 114. And then we're taking a left on 114 here in Goffstown. Coming up to the old former women's prison off to the right here. It's actually kind of like a farm. It's not anymore, I don't believe. It is now the Hillsborough County Complex. But it used to be the women's prison. And there used to be a big barbed wire fence around this. Now it's a ball field or something. Coming up to a railroad crossing that's a rail trail. I'm not sure if this is connected to the one that we go on or not. I'm just not sure. There are a lot of rail trails, but that would be fun. It'd be a long ride. Lots of little used cars places around here. More stuff being built up. It's not like it used to be. Okay, we're coming up into the center of Goffstown, or near, and there's a big ball game park over here to the left. There's multiple ones. Oh, they just crossed on a yellow.
Yeah.
Duh. And that's a real trail over there. That's a dirt one though. It's not paved, I don't think. Nope, it's a dirt one. I just looked over. And yeah, all the ball fields, softball, little leagues are over there in Goffstown.
See all the haze up there?
Yeah, there's lots of haze from that Canadian wildfires. World's tiniest rotary right here. You wouldn't have time to get Greg's verse out after you went through it. You'd get like 2 words out and that would be it. Okay, we're going through the center of town. This is the actual center of town of Goffstown. Headed into Ware, New Hampshire. Where? No, in Ware. We're in Ware. No, this is Goffstown. Just a little town with 100 crosswalks. There's one. It's like the 3rd one, 4th one, 5th one. I smell garlic. They burn garlic in Canada? Everybody's just pulling out. Hold on there, motorcycle.
Jesus.
What the hell are you doing, dude?
I'm telling you.
There's Sully's. Okay. Some more crosswalks. I think people are drunk over the weekend with all the rain or something. I don't know. Alright, we'll pause it for a little while until we come up to clear all this BS stuff. Oop, tow truck. Nice. Top kick. Now we're in Ware, New Hampshire. It's weird. Okay, we're going to stop in here at Langtot's Center. Kim calls it Lancelot's. Just got to stop at Dunkin' Donuts. Here in Ware. We'll be back right after these messages. So this is Langtot Center. It used to just be a little country store over there. It just groceries, beer, cigarettes, whatever you needed on the way. It was the only thing around here in Ware. And been coming up here since I was a little guy. Actually, even before I was born. And that was one of our stops. Dad used to have to get his beer and cigarettes over there. And we've been coming here kind of ever since, just out of nostalgia. So we're on our way up to Hillsborough and Deering and New Boston, which is right up the road here. And let's see what else. Then we're gonna go to Bennington for dinner at a little country restaurant. It's an old house by some railroad tracks. There used to be a covered bridge there, but it burnt down. Some kids set it on fire. But the railroad trestle is still there, going over the Contoocook River. So we'll see you. We'll do spots on the way. Oh, and of course the vending machine of evil got me again. Made me buy like 6 things of cheese doodles because they kept getting stuck. But they are good. Okay, we're good off of 114. We're coming down here to Route 77. Then we're going to take a left on Route 149. It's busy today. It's almost like it's bike week too. Lots of motorcycles out today. Even though it looks like kind of iffy on the rain. There's another one. Follow that truck. This is a hilly, windy road. Ooh, square body. This is actually one of the first times that Kimmy has driven this road. Usually I drive it, but she's being daring today. There's the paintball park. They're always busy. It's not something I'm into, but a lot of people are. If you like getting shot with paint, go for it. Alright, now here's my favorite corner coming up here. Very nice. She did it. Slower than I do it, but she still did it. Very good. She hung that corner like a Velcro on, well, we won't say. This is the S's. Off to the left is a little brook. I don't know if the corners show up as well on the filming than they do in real life, but there's a dam over there. Can't see it really from the road, but very well. It's a nice ride, especially in the fall when all the leaves are changing. Different colors, smells. Now it just smells like smoke. And it's killing my throat. Gee, what isn't killing my throat this year? It isn't the rainy weather, muggy. There's actually a lake or wetlands over there. Come up and down this road for most of my life. big temperature change in here when you get under the canopy of all the trees. People are putting their boats in the lakes. Little pond off to the right here. Little bumpy. I think we've been down this road since what, last fall? Somewhere around there. BMW behind us. And we got a jogger up here. Wow. Howdy, Mr. Jogger. This is about, oh, what's that? Well, looks like a dead beaver. Poor beaver. Frosties did a number on this road. There's a Christmas tree place off to the left here. They grow them there. Everybody's out for a Sunday drive. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Look out, squirrel. Squirrel brains. There's nothing in the road for you to eat. coming up to Deering Center. This is the town of Deering. Town Hall, the church. Rode my bike up here from Clement Hill Road where we had a house. Single speed up these hills, up and down. Bike weighed a ton. And that was back in the 70s. Oops. Now here's where the S's start. Oh wow, somebody's coming out of the side road. Dickey Hill Road. That's where all the Dickies come out. Alright. You won't roll off the road. This is my favorite part. I remember a cop chasing me in my Camaro, and he couldn't keep up with me. He pulled me over and said, "You know this road pretty good, don't you?" I said, "Yeah, I've been coming up here all my life." I used to do it in a 72 Chevy pickup truck, sliding the rear end around. I could drive it in my sleep. It's one of my favorite old barns. I'm a barn lover, farm lover, farmlands. You don't see a lot of them in Cow Hampshire. Probably why I like to go out west, through New York, hills of New York and Pennsylvania, and out to the flatlands of northwest Ohio. My grandfather had a farm. Coming up to, you can't see much today, not with all that forestry burning up in Canada. It's all the mountains are fogged out. Can't see nothing. Wow, look at that. It's all smoky. Hey, we're in the Smokies? I didn't know we drove that far. Let's go see Dolly Parton. Where is that? Tennessee? Tennessee Tuxedo. Coming up the road where I used to live, Clement Hill Road. Used to have a house up there. Tom's Auto Sales is still there. Of course, there's never any cars there. There's Clement Hill Road. Give it a wave. Hi, Clement Hill Road. This is Dead Man's Corner. Because there's a cemetery on the right and a cemetery on the left. wasn't calling out the towns like I should have been. But we're in Deering, and we're headed into Hillsboro, New Hampshire. There's Oxbow Campground. If anybody wants to camp in there, my sister did many years ago. Very nice. Nice place to hang out. Very quiet. Although it is very buggy. Lots of skeeters, black flies, horse flies. Those are the worst. They just won't leave you alone. They're the size of hummingbirds. And we're coming down to the big hill, going over the Contoocook River. There used to be a covered bridge down here too, and that one burned as well. Here's the bridge. It used to be off to the left right there, and it's gone. Railroad trestle was right here. Used to go right across right there. Okay, this is the center of Hillsboro. It's quite dead. It's not like it used to be. Not at all. They actually have a Domino's. That used to be a bank. They have a Radio Shack. Yes, they do. It's right in there. One of the last Radio Shacks around. They're always up at the Hopkinton Fair in Hopkinton, New Hampshire during Labor Day weekend. Hillsboro Pizza. It's an Angus Lee golf course is in there. I don't golf. Then that's the Army National Guard to the left there. Up here used to be the Chevy dealership, Lyman's, where I used to wash cars back in 1974. We had our good friends Monty and Butch. They got an O'Reilly up here, so we could have a Vice Grip Garage gathering with Derek Berry. He was actually in Methuen, Massachusetts, right next to Salem, New Hampshire. He was like 5 miles away from us, doing one of his trips from Canada. Couldn't believe it. Okay, we're gonna make a quick stop in Mickey D's. Over here is Sylvania. That's where your light bulbs are made. Osram, Sylvania. And we'll be right back. Now this McDonald's here in Hillsboro, a long time ago, used to be Can's Three Ways. This was never here. It was another country restaurant with a fireplace and everything, and it used to come out at the end of Route 202. But it's long gone. It's changed so much around here. And there's also a connector to Route 202 all the way to Concord over there that never used to be there. And Hillsboro Ford, that is now across the street over on 202. It used to be right over here where Tire Warehouse is. Okay, now we're back on Route 202. Going across the bridge. The old bridge is off to the left, the stone bridge. You can't see it really. That's Hillsboro Ford. Contoocook River runs beside it. The Dodge dealer, they're new, within like past, I don't know, 10 years, maybe even sooner. Yeah, Jeeps, Dodges. Oh, there's some Fords there. Big trucks. 1-tonners. Yeah, it looks like there's a Jeep for sale. Ah, finally a smooth road, huh? Smoky. We're in the Smokies, people. Smoky Mountains of New Hampshire, though. Thank you, Canada. Lots of Broncos up here. The Hawthorne Airport is off to the left down that road over there. This is our little pit stop. I knew the people that built this, the Roushes. They had a construction company out of Bow, New Hampshire, and they lived 2 cottages over from us. Alright, this is on Route 202. This is the little pit stop there is, off to, just for a rest stop. It's not too bad. You can still see the mountains a bit. Not the ones in the distance, but you can see the ones closer. Here's a triangle, what do you call it? Triangulation marker. Up on top of the rock at the rest stop here. And this is right on top of this rock that we pulled up on. I always tend to come up here every time we come up. So there's the mountains. I used to know the name of the mountains, and now they're escaping me. But that's on the way to Bennington down there. And we came from Hillsboro down here. Skeeters are really bad. So I went in the woods. There's a tent. I don't know if it's a hunter or a homeless person, but they're living back in the woods there. So I think I'm done. We're off again. Here's a historical marker. The Corn Plain Bridge, 2nd New Hampshire Turnpike. I'll leave this up so you can pause it and read it if you want. And we're off again. Along here there's a trail, walking trail in there. It's a little bit too buggy to be going down any wooded trails. I mean, it's really bad around here. that a Walmart truck? There's no Walmarts around here. This is a quiet little town, but the police are, there's one cop in here. He just loves to pull people over. A nice blue Jeep. Lots of Jeeps around here.
Antrim.
The Antrim, oh yeah. This is Antrim. Next to Bennington. Stoddard is off to the right. That's up where our cottage on the lake was. Actually, it was in the town of Washington, which is next to Stoddard. And this is the town of Antrim. They got huge churches. There's something up there. Police department. They actually got an Ace Hardware here. Trends of Fashion. Antrim Mill offices. Those are the mills. I knew my friend Butch worked there. They made eating utensils and knives. I do not know or remember the brand, but they were made there. Sometimes you see some nice old cars down here for sale, or trucks. They're pretty rare nowadays. Where we used to buy corn all the time. We'd come from Tewksbury, Mass. just to buy corn there. Sweet corn. This guy doesn't know where he's going. He's from Massachusetts. There's Dollar General. Middle of nowhere. Check out this bicycle with the headlight. Two bicycles. That's where we're going, Alberto's. Best food by a damn sight. Blindfolded boat race. That's just what I want to go do. This is the Monadnock Paper Mills. Off to the right is the Contoocook River that is overflowing over here. It's very high. Wow. You can see my niece kayaking on that. Another bridge. Yeah, you can pull over here. We'll check this out. Alright, this is the Contoocook River. We've had a lot of rain. I mean, when haven't we had rain? It's kind of more like it. Walk down here in the path. Gotta make sure I don't rub up against any tall grass. I've already had 5 ticks on me this year. Don't need any more. That's what you go riding your bike through tall grass, and those little Klingons they don't wipe off very easy. Usually I can hop some rocks, but not now. Yeah, it's pretty high. Water's pretty clear. Don't see any fishies going too fast. Yeah, you never see it flowing over the rocks over here too much. Unless we have a lot of snow and it melts. I could sit here all day and listen to that rushing water though. You see the old train trestle up there? It used to be a covered bridge. But that burnt down and they kept the trestle up. I believe that's also a rail trail that you can walk. They have snowmobiles up there, so must be safe. Okay, I got a little closer. That's Monadnock Paper Mills right over there. And, yeah, it's going pretty good. There's Kimmy over there. Yep. Cool, here's a piece of driftwood. That's pretty neat. All this moss is kind of slippery. Yeah, baby. Woo. Going over the falls here. Here's the cooling exit for the water that cools the paper plant. It comes out of here and runs back into the Contoocook River. Here's part of the outside. Oh, somebody's at the mills. This is the front office on a Sunday. That must be some viewing deck or for the employees. Maybe that's where they eat or whatever. Can come out and enjoy the outside. 200 years of American paper making. Oh, it's about 206 now. I'm going to get into the sun. Another view of the Contoocook River. Right across the street from where I just was. Looks like something from Mario Brothers. And here is the train trestle that goes over the Contoocook River. 13 feet 2 inches. Sucks if you're 13 feet 2.5. Looks like it's been hit a bit. Yep. These are the garages across the street from the paper mills. 1928. I think they keep their equipment in there. Yeah, it's actually kind of country and pretty over here. This is across the street as well, across from the Monadnock Paper Mills in Bennington, New Hampshire. Here's the flagpole at Monadnock Paper Mills, across the street from it, and there's a plaque down here and a bench. We'll go see what it says. Come up to it. There it is. Here's the bench in front of it. And we got duckies in the Contoocook River. Lots of little duckies. Let's see if I can zoom in without scaring them. There they are. I'm not going to go and bother them. Up there is the bridge.